Good morning. And welcome to our Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of San Miguel de Allende. Buenos días y bienvenidos a nuestra comunidad unitaria universalista de San Miguel de Allende. Thank you for joining us today. In the knowledge of the space of the Chichimeca y Otomi, I want to welcome you all in this sacred and shared space. No matter what you believe, who you love, no matter your political preferences, race, gender, or spiritual background, or even if your presence is not necessarily visible for the others in this plan of existence. Reconociendo el espacio Chichimeca y Otomí, quiero darles la bienvenida a todos a este espacio sagrado y compartido. Sin importar tus creencias, amores, preferencias políticas, raza, género, trasfondo espiritual o inclusive si no son visibles a quienes estamos en este plano existencial. We encourage you to bring all yourself and embrace the diversity that exists and the interconnectedness that brings us together today. Remembering the love can transcend and create memory and help us to carry our history and the ones that live on it. Los animamos a que se muestren con todo su ser y a abrazar la diversidad existente y la interconexión que nos une, para crear memoria y ayudarnos a traer nuestra historia, inclusive con los que amamos y nos acompañaron en ella. I'm Carla Espinoza, proud member of our fellowship and your co-service leader. Also, I want to present and thank you to Geyer, Paola Turandot, Jerome Diaz, y Sebastián Sanchez. Thank you for choosing to be part of this meaningful gathering too. Before we move into our service, it's time to welcome some of our visitors and have some announcements. So if you are a visitor here, please stand up so we can say hi to you, and later we can share some coffee and cookies. Thank you. If you're a visitor on Zoom, please let us know in the chat box. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and later on we can talk a little bit with you. Thank you for sharing that space with us. Oh, got it. The ones here in La Aldea can join us for coffee and cookies. And also, when you're doing that, please take a couple of your time to check our beautiful table for the Social Justice Foundation and the membership table. We will have really valuable information. And we want to thank you for Diego and Miguel. They helped us today to set up this and make the video that we're going to have later on. Al encender esta llama, la honramos como el corazón palpitante de un colibrí, diminuto, vibrante, lleno de una energía incesante que desafía lo imposible. By lighting this flame, we honor it like the beating heart of a hummingbird, tiny, vibrant, and filled with an unceasing energy that defies the impossible. This glow is the very essence of our loved ones, those who have taken flight, just as a hummingbird with a winged messenger crosses the threshold between worlds. This light dances between memory and presence, connecting us with the inexhaustible love they bequeath to us. Este fulgor es la esencia misma de nuestros seres queridos, aquellos que emprendieron el vuelo, así como el colibrí, el mensajero alado, cruza el umbral de los mundos. Esta luz danza entre el recuerdo y la presencia, conectándonos con el amor inagotable que nos legaron. On Day of the Dead, we know that the hummingbird doesn't just visit flowers, visits offerings. Each flutter is a kiss, a sweet kiss, where every glimmer of its feathers is a fragment of the joy and laughter that we share. They are not as shadows, but like the sweet breeze that brushes our faces, reminding us that love is the only energy that knows no death. En el Día de los Muertos, sabemos que el colibrí no solo visita flores, visita ofrendas. Cada aleteo es un beso, cada destello de sus plumas, un fragmento de la alegría y las risas que compartimos. Ellos están aquí, no como sombras, sino como el viento rápido que nos roza el viento, recordándonos que el amor es la única energía que no conoce la muerte. May this flame, our hummingbird of light, keep alight the promise of their return and the certainty that the memory's warmth nest where the love rests forever. And now, with this certainty of eternal love in our hearts and feeling the nearness of their spirits, let us join our voices in song hymn 389, United in Mystery. Yes, we're singing first in English, then in Spanish. Can you please stand up and remind it standing for the covenant afterwards? Thank you. Now, I invite you all to join together in reciting this fellowship's unique covenant. This is our promise that we aspire to, how to be in relation to each other and in the larger world. First, Jerome is going to say it in English, and then Sebastian, very slowly, in Spanish.
Okay. We respect the interdependent web of life and work for a just and peaceful world. We encourage the search for truth and meaning, strive for compassion in our relationships, and seek values that will benefit our lives and the lives of others. This is our covenant.
Respetamos todos los estilos de vida dentro de su red interdependiente y trabajamos por un mundo justo y pacífico. Alentamos la búsqueda de la verdad y la comprensión total. Nos esforzamos por mantener compasión en nuestras relaciones y buscamos valores que beneficien nuestras vidas y las vidas de los demás. Este es nuestro convenio.
In the midst of this time, when our whole Mexican community experiences a profound sharing of deep joy and sorrow, a reality beautifully exemplified by the recent celebration of our departed loved ones and the spirit of Día de Muertos, we come together as a spiritual home. Today, I have the privilege of leading this special time in our service, when as a community, we intentionally share in each other's joys well as burdens, by truly listening to and acknowledging the experiences of one another, that we deepen our bonds with the wider community. This one is the way of the fellowship cultivates seeds of compassion, extending our reach and dedication in order to grow our beloved community. To share a joy or concern in the future, please send an email to our minister, Tom Rosiello. And if you're coming here, Diana in the back has some cards that can be shared to us. And if you're in Zoom, please, you can type in the chat box, and Diego will let us know if it's a joy or a concern, and we will share with all the community. Wherever you are, please get comfortable in your seat. Take a breath and settle so that you can open your heart and feel each other's presence. In the spirit of this communal appreciation, we're going to start turning on our candles. Give me a second, because we have a technical challenge. Yes. Well, one of the joys that we want to share is Sebastian's birthday. There, it's here. And has been a great, great example for all. The other is Bill Dalsimer. We know that probably can be the last service. He's joining us present, and his beautiful wife. They are selling their condo and they're moving, and we're going to miss you a lot. Give me a second.
Say one thing, but the good news is they will be able to watch us on Zoom. Yeah, so that.
Yes, as a nice reminder, we have Zoom. The other is from Edna Fastrup, and she's very grateful that his niece came to visit and spend some days. And Jerry's caregiver visited her yesterday. We know that Ellie nurse is here with her, and it's a joy for us. And Diana Maya want to share her brother Jaime and Eduardo are here to visit her. So she's spending time. Also, as a way of joy and with a lot of appreciation for all their life and their knowledge they share with us, we know there's a memorial gathering to celebrate the life of Liz and Kath, and we want to share it with you as a candle of joy, gratitude, and love. Do we have any choice? Okay. Thank you. We want to turn the light for Mexico, saying the joys, the concerns for the Mexican community, not just in Mexico as a geographic place, also the people that have sorrows and joys all over the world, and the challenges they're facing in other countries as well, their own. And we want to turn on the candle for peace, meaning the positive peace that represent not just the absence of war, also acknowledging that we need have these rights that require as a community, we have peace, communication, trust, government. In the spirit of this communal appreciation, our last candle are for all the joys, sorrows, spoken and unspoken, that reside not only within this room, but within the heart of our community, and allow us to hold with love in the hearts of everyone attending the service today. Instead of our usual candle lighting at this time, please remain seated, feeling the bonds between us and the powerful message of sweet honey in the rock in their song breaths. The words are in your order of service if you want to sing along.
Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning woods. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. They are in the woman's breast. They are in the wailing child. They are with us in our homes. They are with us in this crowd. The dead have a pact with the living. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
Memories I Live by Nezahualcóyotl. Recuerdos que dejo.
Yes. What shall I take with me? Shall I not leave anything of myself upon the earth. How shall my heart be? Is it in vain, perhaps, that we come to live, to sprout on the earth? Let us leave at least flowers. Let us leave at least songs.
¿Con qué he de irme? Nada dejaré en pos de mí sobre la tierra. ¿Cómo ha de actuar mi corazón? ¿Acaso en vano venimos a vivir, a brotar sobre la tierra? Dejemos al menos flores, dejemos al menos cantos.
As is our annual tradition now, we complete the setup of our community ofrenda by inviting you to add the pictures and names of your loved ones to it. If you brought a picture, when the music starts, you may come forward and place it on the altar. If you don't have a picture, you can write the name of your beloved departed on a butterfly cutout and place it on the board. You may also light a candle, if there are any left down there, if you feel so moved. We will then play the video of our virtual ofrenda, which we add to every year. Thank you. We have honored our beloved, and we are grateful for the memories and love that are now present in this room.
As we enter this time of offering, let us remember what the season teaches us, that life is fleeting, yet full of beauty and love. Just like the marigolds that bloom for a short time, our giving today can bring light and warmth to others. Let us offer with gratitude for those who came before us and with kindness towards those who are beside us now. May our generosity in spirit and love and in giving help keep remembrance and community alive. Well, that was beautiful. Thank you, Sebastian and Paola. Hi, everyone. I want to start this year by thanking Carla. I had different plans this year. I was supposed to be in Mexico City around this time. But as we know, plans change. And when I realized that I had already declined the opportunity to be here, I really felt sad. I told Carla about it, and she made this happen. She's always so inclusive and welcoming. And that really touched me because in many ways, that's what being Mexican is all about. We love to include others in our celebrations, in our homes, and in our traditions. We love sharing our culture because we're proud of it. And I am deeply proud to be Mexican and to have grown up surrounded by the beauty and depth of these traditions. This is my third year having the honor of standing here, sharing a bit of my heritage and my reflections with you. In my first year, I talked about the history behind my very first ofrenda and how my grandma taught me all that there was to know. Last year, I shared why hummingbirds have such a powerful meaning in my life. And this year, I want to follow the same heartfelt path and tell you about something that clicked in me this past week. So last Saturday, we visited the fields of Cempasúchil. Those are the marigolds, in Comonfort. I felt almost embarrassed that as someone who loves Día de Muertos so much and lives so close, I had never been there before. It was magical. The smell of flowers filled the air, filling me and overwhelming me in the best way possible. I wanted to cry. Tears of joy mostly, though maybe a little grief was starting to rise as well. But as we know, joy and grief can coexist. In the field, there are so many bees, butterflies, and little insects everywhere. It was incredible to see life in motion. Then I wondered, do hummingbirds like Cempasúchil flowers? Would they even come here with so many people around? They're such private and guarded little creatures. But of course, in perfect synchronicity, a hummingbird appeared, flying right in front of me, almost as if saying, "Yes, I'm here. I'm always here with you." And in that moment, I truly felt it. Later, we spoke with one of the field owners, Don Pepe and his family. They were so kind and welcoming. They explained how they must be incredibly precise with the planting, a little too early, and the flowers will bloom before their time, and a little too late, and they won't be ready for the special days. They do this delicate, immense work to keep a part of our culture alive. That stayed with me. All these families dedicate so much effort, time, and love so the rest of us can enjoy these traditions, so that we can have the flowers for our altar, so that our town can glow with orange and gold. They even said that they love welcoming people to the fields, as long as everyone treats the flowers with care and respect. I couldn't stop thinking about that, how we often take things for granted. The work behind the beauty and the people behind the traditions. I'm really young, yes, I know that. But sometimes I feel this pressure, like I'm running out of time, rushing to do everything. And in that rush, I sometimes forget to pause, breathe, and to simply be grateful for today. That day at the fields reminded me of something I said in my reflection last year. And I quote myself, "We must remember that our beloved ones are always near. They're in the sun that warms our skin, in the smell of rain, in the steps we take, and in the little bird that visits us every day. We use this day to celebrate them fully, but we must honor them daily." This year, I realized that honoring doesn't stop with our ancestors. We must also honor the living, those who keep our culture alive through their work and care. The people tending the fields, the ones decorating our towns for everyone to enjoy, the artisans who create the sugar skulls, the candles, the cut-out paper, and the marigolds that light our altars. This tradition is colorful, joyful, and full of life, but it is also tender, sacred, and emotional. For many, this time of the year opens old wounds. The ofrenda can bring both comfort and pain. It's a celebration, yeah, but it's also an act of deep remembrance. So as we laugh, dance, and admire the beauty of the altars, let's also hold space for those who grieve quietly. Let's approach these days with love, compassion, and respect. Our time here is limited. That's the only thing we can be truly certain of. So let's seize the day. Be thankful for the present and never take anything for granted. Every life is precious. Every soul deserves to be loved, remembered, and honored. And right now, I feel really honored to be here, to have your attention, and to be able to share this part of myself with you. So before we close, I'd like to invite you to take a moment with me. Close your eyes if you'd like. Think of the many blessings we have today. Think of your loved ones, those who have gone ahead and those who are still here. We are lucky to have loved so deeply that we miss them so dearly. Take a deep breath. Breathe in the magic of this day. Now breathe out. Let go of all of the unspoken fears, the rush, and the worries. Remember that life itself is the greatest gift we have. Let's live our lives with gratitude, kindness, and respect for the living and for those who came before us. Thank you.
I wish to open my heart and share with you with that profound reflection the inexhaustible strength of tradition, the magnificent complexity of love, and the beauty and vital dance between life and death that defines our existence. What I'm going to share with you is not only personal meditation, but also is an active invitation to empathy and recognition of our shared grief in a modern world where we are often pressured to get over and lost quickly, relegating grief to the private sphere. However, for the fabric of our community in general, to remain strong, we need spaces where grief is not only tolerated, but celebrated. For me, the tradition of Chantolo is precisely that living bridge. It's a necessary way to honor the tapestry of my past and the resilient roots that have sustained my family, while also validating the present and the future them forging. This is an anchor, especially in the connection to the community which my heart insists on belonging. Of course, the conditions, the context, and situations we face today are drastically different from those of our ancestors. The way we express love, the depth of our human connection, and the specific form of our gratitude are now more complex to articulate than ever. We struggle to find the right words. Yet, the core feeling itself, it's a powerful and undeniable force, immense, monumental, and it's a torrent of emotional energy that encompasses not only in my personal history and hopes, but also the well-being of my small family unit. The vibrant annual ritual of Chantolo appears as a powerful and necessary challenge to this modern fluidity that reminds us that in the most vivid way possible, that even if the love we share with someone is not longer expressed through constant physical presence, it's deeply undeniable here. Chantolo grants us a special consecrated time, a sacred interlude, dedicated specifically to loved ones who have departed in this physical plane. This time is offered and received regardless of our religious or spiritual beliefs about what happened after death. It's the purest way to honor the remaining connection and to validate of the pain of that absence. In Chantolo tradition, there is an unbreakable promise. There will always be someone who values your existence in a very tangible way. They will honor your memory with an offering, the soft flame of a candle, the refreshing glass of water, or the preparation of your favorite dish. This ritual not demand a contradiction of your personal belief system. Rather, is a magnificent and beautiful celebration of the very dance between life and death that has united us and sustained as a shared humanity. Now, Jerome and Kay are going to help us to get the chocolate, and each one, please, I invite you to grab one, open it, and put it in your mouth so we can enjoy this process together. It's here. While they do this, I'm going to continue. Does this intense tradition mean the universally accessible or required of everyone? Clearly not. The inherent human fear of the unknown, or what happened to us and those that we share is beyond death, can sometimes legitimately make us hesitant or even resistant of fully embracing this ritual, and we must make a space for this resisting. Honoring the individual grief that find no solace in the offering, but herein lies the deepest and most liberating beauty. This ritual, unlike others, centered on personal salvation, is not for us. It's fundamentally the beauty of others, for those that we love. It's not built on a system of merits or debts required or save our own selves. If we're fortunate enough that our name or picture is not yet placed on the altar, we are in the most basic sense winning the game of extended life. However, if we currently rest upon someone's altar, we have unequivocally won the game of love. Why? Because without enduring and tenacious love for us, the memory that we create, they wouldn't undertake the significant effort and devotion required to build and maintain that altar in our honor. This is the supreme testament of our life well lived and deeply loved, and evidence that our grief is shared. Now, we have all a kiss in our mouths. We're receiving a kiss, and we're going to play with that. Let's give ourselves a chance to enjoy the sweetness, the overpowering, that forces the oblige or make us breathe to the nose slowly. And if we have this necessity of biting and chewing in quickly, let's try to give ourselves a little bit of opportunity to feel how that melts in our mouth. Sometimes the rush to finish doesn't help us to enjoy the moment, to enjoy the process, to be in the present, feeling the sweetness, feeling the shared feeling as a community. We can celebrate as well. We share in our pain and we're sharing our grief. We believe that feelings that are not make us happy or doesn't create something positive, we should avoid. And what happens if not? What happens if we build, share, connect in this overpowering feeling? What if we build from here? Why we don't allow ourselves to give us that little process to breathe and say, yes, my heart is in one moment, in one space, but my mouth, my body is getting this sweetness. And this sweetness coming with the kisses of the beloved ones. As a colibri, they're tiny, but also they're present. And as the memories are sweet and are magical, and in any moment they can be gone. Please keep reading slowly and enjoying. Now let's give a couple seconds. If you feel comfortable enough, you can close your eyes. And if you feel that you need to hold from your chair, change the position, do it. If we're okay with our eyes open, just let's look around. Let's feel everything. Let's see the colors. Let's enjoy the smells, the presence, the fact to be together. Now I invite you to open your eyes slowly. If you change your position and you need to fix your body, your hip, your knees, let's do it slowly, meaningfully. We know that sometimes being sitting for an hour is too long. And let's just give ourselves a second before we pass to our Reverend's family, to be thankful to be here, to be with this lovely community. They help us to feel vulnerable without using that opportunity to make us feel hurt. Let's thank to our community that allow us to wield this and being respectful for everybody's beliefs and everybody's systems, no matter which ones are. Putting in the center the love and our values as a collective.
Sweet, sweet memories. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. The dead are not under the earth. You can wrestle with those lyrics. You have your own belief about what happens when we die. Today, we have honored the beloveds that have gone before us, our ancestors. We have rejoiced in their memory. We gave ourselves and each other space to accept publicly that we too lost someone we loved. In conversation with Paola and Carla, we talked about how for us and many other Mexicans, the Day of the Dead, Día de Muertos, is a holy day, a sacred day. Now, the Day of the Dead is not a holy day of the intellect. It's a holy day of the spirit and of the heart. The expressions of these holidays are only reflections of our internal processes to honor and remember our beloved dead. In a book about rituals, Frederick and Mary Ann Broussard wrote, "Ritual has its genesis in the movements of the soul and our need to express deep emotions and intuitions in story, symbol, and action. What rituals do give is a way to ground our yearnings and our devotion in concrete activities." And the same is true for the Day of the Dead, which is expressed in story, symbol, and action. And through them, we express deep emotions and intuitions. And the stories we tell, the symbols we create, and the actions we take to honor the Day of the Dead allow us to come into community and to create a space, a container that can hold complex emotions, joy and sorrow, and the unavoidable reality that death is part of life. that we remember those who have died, and remember too that we will die. This holiday is an opportunity to honor those who have died and a reminder of the brevity of our lives, not forever on earth, only a brief time here, wrote Netzahualcoyotl. This holy day is a complex balance between honoring, celebrating, and reflecting. It's a celebration of life and death and the dance in between the two. For many Mesoamerican cultures, life on earth was so short that they considered it to be just a dream, as a dream state in between the real life that happened before birth and after death. For those of us who celebrate this holiday, our beloved dead are coming back year after year like monarch butterflies to be with us, and we welcome them. So Día de Muertos is literally a fiesta, a true celebration. Our dead ones are coming back to be with us for a few hours, and we prepare the ofrendas with the food they love, the things they liked. We light candles and make trails of marigolds or cempasúchil so they can easily find their way back home to us. We put pictures of them on the altars and prepare a feast so that they can see that they haven't been forgotten, that they're still loved. These days, they are our most special guests. And when they come, they must not find us grieving. And so we use all the colors possible. We play or sing the song they like, just like the song La Martiniana says, "Don't cry for me, because if you cry, I'll wonder, I'll suffer. But if you rejoice, if you sing to me, I'll never die." So this is also a time to tell stories, to allow space for each one of us to share the memories of our beloved dead left behind. As I was watching the virtual video, I wonder, it was so beautiful to see so many faces, so many humans that have been loved, that have loved, and that have left a trail of memories behind them. I wanted to know their stories, all of them. Because we tell their stories, and in the telling we honor them. For the greatest gift they left us are the memories of the moments we spent with them. We honor the love that was born in us only for them, and the way in which their love touched us and transformed us. Our beloved departed left behind flowers and songs, beauty and memories. Today in this community, we have had the opportunity to honor them, to say a prayer, to remember them, to say their names, to write their names, to share our thoughts with them, and to bring them to our community altar. Because though we no longer feel their physical presence, there are ways in which we know they have never left us. We know it even more when we listen more to things than to beings. We have savored the sweetness of those memories, and in that act of remembrance, we invited them here to be with us right now. This ofrenda, this space, became for a moment a place of encounter. And as we remember them, we are reminded that our hearts and minds have become the extension of their lives, for they continue to live in us. Sometimes we may catch ourselves repeating words they used to say, doing things they used to do, feeling in their presence close. How great it is to have a time when we can allow ourselves to feel our beloved dead fully again and to feel their memories come alive. When was the last time you listened more to things than to beings? And what did you hear? On Día de Muertos, we open our hearts and reveal to the world that we have known love, and that love has left its mark upon us. You may remain seated for our closing song, Wanting Memories.
Tum 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 tum.
reads to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. You used to rock me in the cradle of your arms. You said you'd hold me till the pains of life were gone. You said you'd comfort me in times like these, and now I need you, and now I need you, and you are gone. So I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Since you've gone and left me, there's been so little beauty, but I know I saw clearly through your eyes. Now the world outside is such a cold and bitter place. Here inside I have few things that will console. And when I try to hear your voice above the storms of life, then I remember that I was told. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I think all the things that made me feel so wonderful when I was young. I think all the things that made me laugh, made me dance, made me sing. I think all the things that made me grow into a being full of pride. I think on these things, for they are true. And I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I thought that you were gone, but now I know you're with me. You are the voice that whispers all I need to hear. I know a please and thank you and a smile will take me far. I know that I am you and you are me and we are one. I know that who I am is numbered in each grain of sand. I know that I've been blessed again and over again. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes.
Our closing words are from Wayne B. Arneson. Take courage, friends. This way is often hard. The path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down there is another truth. You're not alone. As the hummingbird has his little feathers and wanders around, giving us joy with their beauty, let's share our joys and let's share the beauty out in the community that surrounds us. Let's remain sitting for the postlude with the beautiful voice of Jerome.
Que chamanleya hachisayan, tuisinea leya en chivechi uwigbar. Yo soy Jerome en Jocobi y estoy muy contenta de estar con ustedes. I'm very happy to sing for you.
Salía del templo un día llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Salías del templo un día llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Hermoso y pillabas, llorona, que la Virgen te creí. Que la Virgen te creí. Ay, de mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. Ay, de mi llorona, llorona, llévame al río. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. Tápame con tu rebozo, porque me muero de frío. No sé qué tienen las flores del campo santo. No sé lo que tienen las flores, llorona, las flores del campo santo, que cuando las mueve el viento parece que están llorando, que cuando las mueve el viento parece que están llorando. Ay, de mi llorona, llorona de azul celeste. Ay, de mi llorona, llorona de azul celeste. Aunque la vida me cueste, no dejaré de quererte. Aunque la vida me cueste, no dejaré de quererte. Si porque te quiero quieres que te quiera más. Si porque te quiero quieres, llorona, quieres que te quiera más. Si yo te he dado la vida, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Quieres más? Si ya te he dado la vida, ¿qué más quieres?